How do firefighters properly set up a ladder truck? Imagine arriving at a blazing building and needing to get firefighters and victims to safety quickly. The way a ladder truck is set up can make all the difference. Let's walk through how firefighters do this step by step to ensure everyone's safety and the operation's success. First, the driver carefully positions the truck at the scene. They look for the best spot, often near a corner of the building, so they can access to sides and the roof easily. They also check for overhead obstructions like power lines or tree branches that could interfere with the ladder. Once in position, the driver must make sure the truck is on from ground. They use the vehicle's steering to point uphill or downhill depending on the situation, but the key is to keep the truck level within safe limits. This is important because an uneven setup can cause instability. Next, the stabilizer system is deployed. Firefighters lower all jacks and outriggers until they reach the end of their stroke. If the truck isn't level, they lower the stabilizers on the low side first, then on the high side, until the truck is steady. Metal stabilizer pads are placed on solid ground, facing upward, and they must support at least 75 pounds per square inch. They avoid setting stabilizers over manholes or drains because these areas can't support the weight. Mechanical locks, called pins, are then inserted into each jack and outrigger for extra safety. These locks prevent the stabilizers from collapsing if hydraulic pressure drops. It's standard practice to have a spotter on the officer side when setting up or breaking down stabilizers. The spotter gives a thumbs up to proceed or signals to stop if something isn't right. Before operating the aerial ladder, the driver shifts the transmission to neutral, applies the parking brake, and places wheel chocks in front of the wheels. They engage the aerial master switch, the aerial power takeoff switch, and set the diverter valve to the stabilizer position. Engaging the high idle setting helps the hydraulic system work faster. It's best to deploy the stabilizers before turning on the pump to avoid noise and ensure everything is working smoothly. Once the truck is stable, the aerial ladder can be extended. For rescue at windows, the ladder should reach just below or at the window sill. When rescuing from a roof, extend the ladder 6 feet above the roof line for safety. The ladder is extended horizontally at 0 degrees or lower so firefighters and victims can walk safely along it. If there's enough space, the ladder can be placed inside a window or over a railing. When using a platform or bucket on a roof, position it so the floor overlaps the roof or is level with it. Sometimes a ground ladder or roof ladder is used to cross parapet walls. Only trained firefighters or aerial operators should operate the bucket or ladder. Drivers must be qualified to run the pump and operate the aerial. During response, they need to be aware of the bucket swing to avoid accidents. When parking in a driveway, make sure the workside stabilizer is on a firm surface like concrete or blacktop for maximum stability. Proper setup takes practice and attention to detail. Firefighters learn through repeated drills to do this quickly and safely. Every step from initial positioning to final ladder placement is designed to keep everyone safe and make rescue or firefighting efforts effective.